from Zeal. I'm actually surprised Zeal's kind of late here and a bit off on these shots, expecting his opponent to be waiting on yellow armor. So that's maybe a little bit of an in for Circuit to fade back and try to get some rails here. If he connects two, he's in business. There's one. He's got to get one more.
But Zeal still got high ground here. Picking up yellow armor is going to keep him alive a bit more. And also, Circa not quite being snappy to prevent Zeal from getting that 50 health. That's going to give Zeal the ability to soak up another rail before really having to worry.
And now it's all Zeal back in the driver's seat with that one single hit of the rail. We're going to take a look. Yeah. Oof. Circa's down to 8 health and nothing. So, you know, I think opportunity-wise, we've seen a couple of instances where perhaps Circa, aka YDG, could have capitalized, maybe just believing a little bit more in his railgun aim, because again, the rail for Circa has not been terrible by any stretch, and we're seeing it here being used to knock Zeal down to near knockout range.
Actually, surprisingly, Circa's been using a little bit more shotgun than Zeal has. And I wish that, contrary to the railgun, I would actually hope that Zeal could work in on the shoddy a little bit more. Find a way to get Zeal in the close range, because really Zeal's had so much space to work with here that he has a lot of time to make these decisions about where he's going to go, how he's going to play this thing off defensively. And to the large part, he has been playing it defensively. He hasn't really been looking for Circa. He's just been kind of keeping his distance, not really letting Circa find an easy way in on him, and then getting in these long-range shots. Even if he's eating one every once in a while, I mean, he still has plenty of time, plenty of space to stack back up, and yeah.
Well, I mean, there's two things there. One is I noticed Zeal's been using the shotgun mostly as a finisher.
Yeah.
When you don't want to wait for the railgun to reload. That's going to hurt his accuracy. There we go. But then the other piece of it is, we haven't really seen hardly any aggression from Zeal, as you mentioned. And, ooh, did he switch weapons in time? I think he did. Nice.
No rail for you.
Yeah.
And now Circa's actually almost out of machine gun bullets, which I can't remember the last time I said that as something
on C4?
significant. Yeah. Yeah.
Go get a railgun. Go get a railgun and keep it away from your opponent. I mean, seriously.
And actually, look at this. Oh, has Circa not gone on that jump pad, I think that would have actually worked out fairly well for him. Getting in close, getting right down on top of his opponent, even Goomba-ing him a little bit. That could have gone well for him. He had the rocket launcher out, but now he has nothing but those 2 rockets to his name. 1 rocket and a gauntlet. He's got nothing else. Nothing. Oh, fuck my life. Oh, shit.
One more mega will go to Zeal. I think that's, what, 3 or 4 in a row?
Yeah, after 2 attempted hops from Circa.
Yeah, that's bad news bears. Yeah, and so for those that are asking for us to put drawgun on, since we're using Pikmit, the gun will be all blurry, so there's not much point to it. Just enjoy the big dot in the middle of the screen, and it will make you happy in the pants, because it means you get to see the railgun shots hit precisely as they should. Nice little shot. Again, the railgun for Circa is kind of his go-to. He's got to really keep that in his arsenal and not focus on anything else. Just play Insta-Gib, man.
Yeah.
Insta-Gib plus a couple more hits.
Plus a bit of armor.
Yeah.
And it really looks like Circa's afraid to commit to these close-range fights, even though, if he brings the weapon to the fight, we've seen him do a fair amount of damage, but he's always wanting to back out, and that gives Zeal these excellent opportunities for fadeaway rails.
So let's start talking about, we have just a minute and a half left for this matchup. This sets us up nicely, though. We are going to see, I believe, Zeal versus Walter in the next lower bracket match. And then the winner of that will face off against CZM. And at that point, we will be caught up for the Rafa 04 match.
Absolutely. So just about 1 minute left here. And we've seen Circa put some good things together, but I think at the core of it, a lack of confidence is really his biggest sin on this map, at least against Zeal. We didn't quite get to see as much of that versus 0-4 because 0-4 was being much more aggressive than Zeal was. And actually, that's something that concerning Zeal's play could actually be turned against him fairly quickly on this map. I mean, 0-4 was able to absolutely trounce Circa here, but just because he was being very, very adamant about picking up these frags, Zeal is being much more laid back, and he's actually got a very casual, good game going on. He's been playing very solidly, but if a little switch got turned on in Circa's brain and just said, go plus forward, go bring the fight to him, I think this would be much closer.
Yeah, I would be very curious to see how that plays out, and I think that we might have an opportunity to see that, you know, given the map pool. I'm hoping that Zeal will call this against Walter just for the fun of it, because I think Zeal feels pretty confident with his railgun, as he should. He shot a 44% there. 22-10 is the final score, and but yeah, so we will bid adieu to Circa, aka YDG, and we head off to the
GG.
next matchup here. Again, that's going to be Walter versus Zeal. So I'm glad that we came here. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to watch Zeal versus Walter on. I think if Walter's aim is on, he actually should be able to take this, but let's see. Sometimes when Walter even gets defeated by Raph, it pisses him off enough where he's off of his game for the rest of the day. We'll see. I hope that's not the case, because when Walter's in form, he's so much fun to watch. As Brady gets a chance to do right now, as we go live in 5.
Indeed, Walters, who we're going to be watching out here first. He's respawning plasma gun side of the map down below, taking the teleporter back up. He's focused on the mega health, but not having the weapon right off the bat. Yeah, Zeal's going to be able to pick up that initial frag, even though he's a little bit weaker off of this. And actually, because of the machine gun damage, that's going to tie it right back up. I can already say that's the kind of thing we would not see in Quake Live.
Yeah.
Zeal would have picked up the first frag, and then he would have entered control fairly quickly. Walter, though, is just able to push it back in with the machine gun only. So we got this thing open back up. Nobody's in clear control yet. Zeal's got top of the map, though, and he's got that initial railgun, and that's actually going to give him a nice amount of damage against Walter. Picking up another frag. Here comes Walter with yet more machine gun, but Zeal's going to be breaking off the fight and looking for the shot. Very nice play there by Zeal, but Walter manages to get away with the yellow armor before dying, at least.
Yeah, and he'll be able to turn this thing back around, and Zeal did not switch weapons fast enough, so Walter now will have control of the railgun as he also picks up the spawned weapon on the ground. Oh, look at the plasma coming out from Zeal. Walter did not expect that, and we're going to see a crater back over to Zeal. Of course, Walter did switch weapons there, so no railgun on the floor for Zeal. He'll have to wait for this spawn. Actually, it's Walter camping it out and able to pick up that weapon. So, a little bit of back and forth between these two. Walter walking into a rocket. So be very careful here, and he finds Zeal as he ducks for the low ground. Very nice catch.
Walter has got to be the poster child for the if at first you can't succeed, try again crowd.
Yes.
I mean, just the persistence there, even in the face of you're probably going to die, bro. Now he's actually keeping this thing very, very active. Not quite picking up the yellow armor yet. That's going to mean a bit more health shaved off by the shotgun from across mid. But Walter's going to be able to pick up rocket launcher, find his opponent at the rear end of the map. Actually, he kind of mishears where Zeal's going to be going, so he doesn't quite get the initial shot. Zeal's able to get in and out of top right before coming back around. Walter's anticipating a move through teleporter just in order to secure the grab for Mega Health. So one frag game. Walter finally with this railgun in his hands is able to do finally some real damage.
Yeah, and actually Walter should be able to take this frag just based on how he's played this. Of course, he gets stuck on the stairs and he gets shotgunned in the face. I didn't really expect that, but given the positioning that he was, there it is, given the positioning he was using with the upper ground and really kind of forcing Zeal into places he didn't necessarily want to go, Walter should also be able to pick up this frag and pick up the lead. There it is, 4-3. I think if Walter can just keep playing the position, going back to when we watched Zeal play this moments ago, the defensive style that Zeal plays this map will be something that Walter can definitely take advantage of.
Because, I mean, Walter was very, very weak there, and I was about to say, if he doesn't get over to that 50 health by the plasma gun soon, he's going to be down and out. But Zeal, as you mentioned, playing this thing defensively, he wasn't about to show up for that fight, so that cost him significantly, I think. And Walter's able to come back through here. Of course, this is the version of the map before it was made handicap-friendly, so those stairs are a bit of a problem for the mobility challenged.
He's been able to pick up a 3-frag lead now, hunting for health in the center, and right back up to the top level, and this is actually really good. He needs to watch out for the splash damage, but he should be able to pick up frags with his railgun to Zeal again. Have we seen Zeal with the railgun? He's had it for more than just a few seconds? I don't think so.
Not since the beginning of the map, no, but now we're seeing Walter, again, extending himself out very, very far just to get these frags, and he wants to pump up his lead as much as possible. Actually gets behind Zeal with a little bit of machine gun damage. It's going to be good initial. Here's the jump pad, but Zeal defends himself with the railgun. Outlaw's going to be able to turn that right back around. The reflexes from Zeal are not going to quite be there. Got to go back full the yellow armor.
And actually, that might become a bit of a problem. That might have given up Mega.
Well, it did give up Mega for him, and nearly gave him up another yellow armor, but my God, look at that accuracy that he's pulling off right now. Zeal might be getting a little frustrated right now because every time he sticks his neck out, he gets railed off.
Yeah, 53% right now for Walter's rail, and Zeal's at his typical, 40-ish, 43%. He's kind of par for the course. Again, Walter surviving 2 health now. And he hits the initial rail, and this health will be extremely powerful. Just enough to keep him alive for one more railgun shot. Zeal finally picking up the frag. 8 frags separate, but Zeal very weak off of that frag and can be MG down right here. Walter going to find him. Initial rail to the gut, and Walter once again has control of the railgun with very quick.
Yeah, the real question there was that just going to be a party favor frag, or was it going to turn into a swing of the pendulum? And he was down at the bottom of the map for a little too long, didn't quite get himself back up to mid where he could pick up some health and get back to a strong stack. Walter, of course, all times aggressive, is not going to be giving him any extra time whatsoever. That's something that Zeal has actually been affording Walter quite a bit. And the telegraphing of movements like this, Walter's able to pick up...
Nice.
A very, very nice rocket indeed, but also taking a look at this, 48% railgun accuracy, 50% railgun accuracy for Zeal, but Walter's thrown out about, almost 3 times as many shots as Zeal has for the rail, so Walter's definitely leaning on that a hell of a lot more.
Nice jump by Zeal, hops right over Walter's rocket, and Zeal's going to go in and try to find Walter one more time, covering the rocket, which of course was not there. Now just waiting, lying in wait for Walter to come about. So, a bit off with timing, expecting there to be some armor there. Walter with a railgun in hand. And now a bit of armor so he can take a fight and not die immediately. Let's go back over to Zeal, who's sitting at a 160 and 80 stack. Nice initial rockets from Walter, taking away all that armor. And Zeal is on the run. You can see very different, pretty big shift in how Zeal moves when he feels threatened.
Absolutely. But now, actually, this is the first time we've really seen the match slow down just a little bit. And Zeal with that railgun, hopefully he can keep himself at an angle where he can kind of defend himself. You saw that he pushed into mid just for a second before yellow armor came up. He didn't want to be standing there with his pants down the entire time. And keeping high ground is going to be one of Zeal's major goals here. And keeping Walter from getting too close to him or getting that initial rail angle. Hopping through the teleporter, though, this is going to open up the fight. Zeal's got to make something happen here right now. Waiting up for yellow armor, this could cost him. Yep. Yeah.
You're exactly right. But, I mean, that being said, let's see what Walter's been able to do for himself in that time. He has managed to collect 120 armor. He's just a fraction of it to get frag number 15. Enjoying a 10 frag lead. Of course, there's still plenty of time. We're just about to pass the halfway point in this match. Walter now getting a 6th impressive. But I think, again, the cautiousness at which Zeal is playing this map is costing him dearly. As Walter, not the most aggressive player to grace T4, but has enough of the killer instinct to really keep Zeal on his toes.
I don't know, actually, Zeal's defensive nature might work out for him if he could turn it into surprising Walter, but trying to surprise Walter is like trying to surprise, you know, a hopped up